Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to end this week with you all because guess what? It's Friday, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am to figure out what our scavenger hunt is gonna be. So before I get into our scavenger hunt, let's of course talk about our riddle. So our riddle today I think is a really fun one. It's pretty common, so you might already know it, but I still ask you to rise to the challenge. So, our riddle today is, what weighs more? A pound of bricks or a pound of feathers? I'll let you guys think about it, and as always, at the end of our video, we will check back in to see if you've figured it out. So, let's get to our scavenger hunt. Today, our scavenger hunt is all about you. Yes, you watching this video right now. We are challenging you guys to go out and find some things, but the way we're going to find everything is through a selfie. I hope you guys are excited, and I hope you have those phones ready to take some pictures and to take some selfies, because guess what? It is all about things you enjoy, things you wear, your favorite colors, all that jazz. It is centered around you. So you'll definitely be able to find it because it's not just one thing. It's not just inside or outside or down by the park. No, it's all over wherever you can find it. So I hope you guys are excited. This PDF is available for you guys to print out in the links below, but stay tuned and I'll show you a big version of what we got going on. So here we are, guys. This is our scavenger hunt for this week. And like I said, the challenge is to take a selfie with things that are all about you and what you got going on in your life. So, things such as taking a selfie with your favorite toy, with your favorite food, wearing your favorite color, hanging upside down, silly stuff like that, reading your favorite book. I want you to be proud of what you're doing. And of course, at the bottom we have our automatic winner, which is doing a selfless or kind thing for someone else. This is of course just a reminder to keep being kind and keep keeping on. And that's really it, guys. Good luck. All right, guys, I've talked about it, you've seen it, and now it is time to go and do it. And I wish you the best of luck. Happy hunting, y'all. And gives you something nice to do over this weekend, right? But before we move on to our positive action, I did want to say a little something. So, I know at the bottom it says automatic winner if you do a kind or selfless act. I want to remind you guys that taking selfies of kind and selfless acts don't always need to be done in order to prove you've done them. You should just keep being kind and keep being selfless and lifting other people up because it's the right thing to do. And I know you guys have a good head on those shoulders, so I know you'll keep helping each other out because that's what it's all about. So, let's go do our positive action, guys. Today, our positive action is going to focus on how important school really is. And I know this is something that you've probably heard before, whether it be from a guardian, a parent, a teacher, a counselor, whoever it may be, you've probably heard someone say those words. And that's because it is so stinking true. And I want you guys to understand that even if you're not the strongest in school, if you're not the smartest person, I don't want you to give up on your schoolwork or yourself. Because it might just mean that, hey, maybe how it's being taught to you right now isn't really working. Or maybe it means your brain just works a little differently and you need a different approach to certain things. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. It just means that, school needs to fit to how you learn. All right? And that being said, I do really want to make sure you guys understand that school provides so many opportunities. The more we seek out education, the higher we go through learning. So all the way to high school, the more opportunities we have. If we go to college, if we go beyond that and go get some other crazy degrees, there are more opportunities. And granted, this isn't everybody's route. Not everybody goes to college. Some people go to trade schools. That's cool. Some people start businesses right out of high school, and that's cool. Some people go to college and start businesses. Some people get their GEDs. It doesn't really matter. But a commitment to education and making sure you're putting your best foot forward, you're working to the best of your abilities, is so important. because like I said, it will open so many more opportunities for you. As always, if you have any questions about school, if something in your brain isn't making sense, you're like, the letters keep switching around, or, math is not being presented in a way I understand, or when I read, I get tripped up, stuff like that. Reach out to someone. I guarantee someone will have your back and try and find a way to help you out. But if you don't ask for help, you'll never get help. So don't be scared, have courage, be brave, and you got this. All right, guys. So now that we've talked about this, let's scoot on over and read our book, Super Fudge. All right, guys, we are about to jump into our book, Super Fudge. And I hope you're excited because the last time we read this, we left off in the middle of Christmas Day and Fudge was already being Fudge. I'm excited to see what happens next, what happens at night or in the afternoon, and what happens after Christmas. So let's jump back in. That night, Fudge came to my room. I was sitting up in my bed, reading the instruction manual that had came with my radio clock. "Will you teach me to ride my bicycle?" he asked. "Sure," I told him, "just as soon as the snow melts." Daniel said he's going to learn how to ride on the grass. "That's crazy. If you fall off your bike in the street, you can get hurt," Fudge said. "So you'll get a few scraped knees." "Well, scraped knees bleed, don't they?" "Yeah, I guess sometimes," I said. "Well, I don't like to bleed." "Don't worry. Did you get scraped knees when you were learning to ride?" "A couple of times," I said, "but you don't fall that much. Believe me." "I believe you." He climbed up on my bed and laid his back against the pillow. "Santa didn't bring you everything you wanted, did he?" "No, but I didn't expect him to." "I would have gotten you a laptop, but I didn't have that much money." "I didn't expect a laptop. I was just kidding around." "Me too," Fudge said. "What do you mean?" I asked. "All that Santa stuff." I put down my instruction manual and I looked at him. "What do you mean, all that Santa stuff?" And with that, he went right to bed. Chapter 11, Catastrophes. Dad stopped talking about his book. I had the feeling it wasn't going very well. Instead, he talked about growing vegetables and how to cook them Chinese style, or about Princeton University's hockey team. He took me to all of their home games. When Jimmy Fargo came to visit, he even joined us. "I'm really into violence," Jimmy said. What a statement! I think hockey's a great game. It's a lot bloodier than football, and there are more team fights. That is not what hockey is about, Dad argued. It's a game of skill, of timing, of precision. "Yeah, sure," Jimmy said. "I know all of that, but I mean, it's still great to see blood bounce on the ice." "Oh, Jimmy." "Blood bounces on ice?" I asked. "Yeah," Jimmy said, "and so does vomit. See, if it has the same temperature of the ice versus the temperature of the body, and—" "Jimmy, please," my dad said, turning green. "Me too, Dad, turning green." "It's true, Mr. Hatcher. They both bounce on ice." "Maybe so," Dad said, "but that's not the reason we're going to the games." "I know," Jimmy said, "but it's a nice side event." Dad shook his head and began to check off players' names on the list inside of his program. Jimmy leaned across and tapped Dad's arm. "I'm not a violent person, Mr. Hatcher. Don't get the wrong idea. It's just a healthier way to use up some of that aggressive energy." "Hey, Jimmy," I said. "Yeah," he answered. "Shut up." "Okay." "Sure," Jimmy said. And he was quiet till nearly the end of the third period, when 4 players got into a fight. Then he stood up and yelled, "Kill! Kill!" I tugged on his sweater until he sat down. Wow, Jimmy is kind of out there. Later, when I was in bed and Jimmy was in his sleeping bag, he said, "I've been seeing the school psychologist twice a week. She says I have a lot of anger because my parents split up." "Take my word for it, Peter. Divorce is a catastrophe, and you should watch your parents all the time and listen to every word they say, so they can never take you by surprise." For the next couple of weeks, I paid close attention to my parents, looking for any possible signs of divorce. But I didn't see or hear anything unusual. And soon, I got tired of watching and listening. Besides, whenever my parents fight, they wind up laughing. In February, we celebrated Tootsie's first birthday. She carried on the family tradition of smashing her fist into her birthday cake. Grandma, who believes in handing out gifts for everyone, not just the birthday person, brought me a 4-color ballpoint pen, and Fudge a new Brian Turmeric book. "Read," Fudge told Grandma. She took him on her lap and read him the latest story about Uriah, one of Brian Tumpkin's characters. "I really used to like his books when I was a little kid," I said. "I'm not a little kid," Fudge reminded me. "Next year, I'll be in 1st grade. You want to see a little kid? Look at the birthday girl." The birthday girl was sitting in her high chair making a mess. Grandma had brought her a new baby-proof cup, one that refused to turn over no matter how hard Tootsie tried to flip it. Finally, Tootsie screeched, picked up the cup, and dumped the milk over her head. Tootsie's first birthday party could go down as a real catastrophe, I said. "What's a catastrophe?" Fudge asked. "A catastrophe is when something goes wrong," I said. "Or when everything goes wrong," Mom added. All right, that's where we'll end it for today. We'll pick up right where we left off. There is going to be more talk of catastrophes, so stay tuned because I think it's about to get a little crazy. Anyways, guys, we are almost done our book, so please make sure you keep tuning in because it's almost done. Now, before I can say my goodbyes, we of course, as always, have to talk about our riddle. And today's riddle I thought was pretty fun, and you've probably figured it out because we've got some smart cookies. You right there. Smart cookie. All right, so if you guys remember, our riddle was, what weighs more, a pound of bricks or a pound of feathers? Did you figure it out? They both weigh the same. Get it? It's a pound of bricks and a pound of feathers. They're both a pound. I know that one was a little tricky, but I have faith in you guys, and I'm excited to hang out with you guys next week, so enjoy your weekends. Thanks for watching.